Welcome back, y'all. Here's another episode of Movies, Music, Martial Arts. Today, I am joined by one of my good friends, my boy Mario Guerra from theTap brand, clothing brand. You can see he's in the dojo right now, getting some bench press, getting some work in the dojo. Mario, man, good to see you, brother. Good to see you not in person, but over the Zoom platform. Yeah, man, it's good to see you, bro. Good to have you on, and thank you for joining us. How's it going?
Yo, Theme, thank you so much for asking me to participate in this. I've seen some of your stuff already. I'm excited. It's a new technology now. We're with Zoom now, so the world's changing, and I'm looking forward to this, man. And it's interesting, man. The times we're living in nowadays. So, as you know, I recently started my brand with my business partner, longtime friend of mine, over 30 plus years, and we wanted to build something. So our brand our premise of our brand is inspired by jiu-jitsu and combat sports. So we want to celebrate the warrior within, and we strive to represent you on or off the mat. So basically, we want you to wear it with honor, and we want you to embrace your fighting spirit, so that's our vision. Our voice, for the brand, and hopefully, we're a startup company, so we're working on it, we're building it, and we definitely we see good things in the future for us, And you can check us out on www.respectthetap.com, and that's about it, man. And how's it going, man? How you been?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I will definitely catch up. So I like the clothing brand. It's got a good the logo itself is dope. The quality and materials of the clothing is up to par. So I like what you guys are doing, man. It's really, really good stuff, and definitely coming from a martial arts background, it's right up my alley. Just that connection to this type of culture. It's a culture within itself.
Oh, yeah.
Not just like the martial arts, but then jiu-jitsu has subcultures. Muay Thai has, it's different subcultures within the martial arts umbrella. So I think it's really cool what you guys are doing, man, and big ups. I know you'll be doing some good things, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you. That's what we strive for, man. Like you said, it's a way of life. Every martial art, it's a way of life, and that's everything about them. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we definitely building on it. Right now, one step at a time.
One step at a time. Yeah, definitely. So yeah, so the Zoom thing is cool. Obviously, I much would prefer doing the in-person things, which we're working on. We're working on hopefully getting like a little studio soon, within the next, maybe by the year's end or beginning of next year. But that's definitely in the works. But the Zoom is definitely a good way to continue to network and to do online shows like this. I mean, it's a trending thing now. Like all the podcasters are doing it. It's a good way to do interviews and just to do the podcast platform. It's a really cool thing, man. So plus I got the video background, so I could just put this together, put the branding on it. It's fun. Nice. It's fun to just sit back and kick it and catch up with your peoples and have good talking points for conversation. That's the main thing. If there's no fun thing to talk about, then what's the point? But I'm surrounded by a good group of people and creatives and people that are out there hustling, pushing their brands, and it's good to be surrounded by productive group of people out there that are all doing their thing, including yourself. So it inspires me to keep pushing and keep thriving and build, keep building. Got to take it step by step.
No, I agree with you 100%, man. It's a good way to stay connected too, and just continue to push each other, man. That's what we're here for, man. There's enough money out there for all of us to make, you know what I'm saying, and continue to grow and network with each other. I definitely agree with that 110%, man.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think the last time I saw you might have been at your launch event, right?
The launch,
about a year ago. That was a cool thing. A lot of people came through and showed love. It was a nice venue.
Yeah.
Go ahead, talk about it.
Yeah. So we launched at the end of 2019, and we had the launch in New York City at a good friend of mine's restaurant, Counter and Bodega, right there on the around 23rd Street on the west side. If you guys ever want to check her out, definitely go check it out. The food's good, the vibe's good. So definitely check out Counter and Bodega. So we had it there. She hooked us up.
My boy Ark, his wifey's close with like the owner, one of the owners there. So it's a small world. Oh, like I've been there. Yeah, I've been there a couple of times for like some get-togethers. Counter Bodega. It's a really nice place and it got some really good food too.
Oh, the food's really good, man. Really good, man. I was upset because I was working in the city, and then I got relocated to Jersey, and that was gonna be my go-to spot for all my customers. So for takeout and ordering them food. But I got transferred to Jersey, closer to home, better work-life experience. But how good.
It's definitely good. How has it been for you adapting? I mean, it's been a year. It's been we're about to hit that year milestone. Probably like I think next week. It's been about a year since everything shut down, and we've all had to adapt to this new lifestyle and. Just fucking go with it, go with the flow, like just survive and get through it. But how have you been able to adapt and keep doing your, your daily routines and stuff like that?
For work, it's in the beginning with the shutdown, it was, it was a little like, okay, we don't know what we're doing. We're trying to figure it out, but it was still communicating with the customers. But then it was, and then it just started, with the Zooms and calls and more trainings and everything. The day was flying by till now. It's like nonstop, which is good, but,
it's good to be busy.
It's good to be busy. And then businesses, because in my job, I work in sales and I manage a territory and I have different types of industries that I manage. So a lot of industries had to adapt. COVID-19 really impacted a lot of industries to change their model. And, obviously e-commerce blew up. And so that's why, I think a lot of people are in the point where they want to refocus and focus on e-commerce. That boom is not going away. So, a lot of businesses have to change their model and, adapt to the changes around us, and we're reaching, you said it, in another week or so, we're going to be a year already that we've been working. A lot of us have been working remotely. Some of us have been struggling. I do know that there have been a lot of people struggling, and it's tough. So I'm knock on wood. I'm thankful I still have a job. And
same here.
You know what I'm saying? So it's tough for some people,
Yeah.
So I definitely see that.
It's definitely a time to reflect and count your blessings and value the true things that really matter in life, like all the material shit, all that extra stuff is cool, but the main thing is being able to hold it down for the fam. Yeah. Putting food on the table, having a roof over your head. So we value those things now more than ever, So I try to see the silver lining in this crazy, shitty situation that we've been put into. But what can you do, man? You got to persevere, You got to persevere. So what else is going on? How has training been going? You've been hitting the weights. You look like you're maintaining some good shape.
I've been trying to maintain. Well, with the whole COVID situation, I'm immunocompromised, so I'm a diabetic. So March, I stopped going to the gym. I haven't gone to the gym for about a year now. But what I did do was, I'm fortunate. I have a garage. I'm in my garage right now. It's a small little dojo, and I put my weights here. I'm able to work out here, and I invested into a power rack that you can see behind me. So, I still work out anywhere between 3 to 5 days a week, depending on, balancing the kids out and stuff. So my boys, they put me through the ringer. So, they have me running around too. And they come in here and they work out with me as well. They love it.
I definitely want to get in there one day, get some work in, hit the bags a little bit,
Yeah. I got a nice little setup, man. I got lucky, man. I really got lucky in here, man. So I love it.
Yeah.
It's my I relax in here. I come in here and I relax.
That's your sanctuary.
That's my sanctuary. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. I chill. It relaxes me, calms me down. Because if not, how it is.
Yeah, you got to know how to channel all that extra energy, like it's been a year since I've been able to train some grappling, some jiu-jitsu. Again, the whole gym thing, I got to be careful to just reduce the risk. There's always a risk no matter what, but just try to reduce it as much as I can and be careful. So I haven't been able to train. Eventually hope to go back soon, you know, within the next year or so, and get back in it. Like, you know, my goals in jiu-jitsu aren't to be no world champion competitor. It's just to get in there, rank up, get better, learn the art, you know, just learn and get better and get some rounds in. Because to me, that was therapy. You know,
Of course.
getting that exhaustion, getting put into those crazy positions. It's very humbling. And, you know, and a lot of people would say that, you know, just martial arts in general, it's a very humbling thing, undergoing that and just sharing that camaraderie with other people, your teammates and stuff like that. Of course, there's assholes, you know, here and there, but there's douchebags in just about anything, you know, that you can't help it. There's always going to be a bad apple in any type of situation, but for the most part, you're surrounded by good people that want to help you get better, that want to, you know, that want to thrive and have a good team environment. So that's what I miss. But I've been able to work around that. You know, obviously I haven't been able to I tried doing the grappling dummy shit, but to me, like as a bigger, heavier dude, that shit was just like falling apart. And there's no resistance. Like you need that resistance to really get that workout in. And, you know, it's cool to work on certain techniques, but it just wasn't for me. So, you know, I did use it a couple of times for like ground and pound, just to like fucking beat the shit out of it and throw some elbows, you know, throw some John Jones elbows. So yeah, I do, you know, I could use it for that. But I got the Muay Thai pads. I've been doing a little bit of pad work with my daughter. You know, she's older now, so she actually hits pretty hard. Like we just recently got like this fucking punching bag that it's like on a base. It's slim, but it, you know.
Do you wear it? Do you have, you know, when the boxes they put it on that
no, not that. We got like a bag that it's there, like it has like a base, a sand base, so it's there, and you could just do rounds on it. So it's cool for cardio. It's cool to work on and practice. So we've been doing that, and the Thai pads, you know, the Muay Thai pads, just to practice. Practice your kicks and punching and shit like that. So I've been doing some basic combinations with her, just showing her. And I get a workout out of it too, you know.
Oh yeah, of course.
It's some good cardio. The main thing right now is, you know, is just getting exercise and not being stagnant and gain. I mean, I gained a few pounds, but I can't get too crazy and fucking just get super fat. You know what I mean?
Especially now that we're not getting any younger, so you know.
We're not getting any younger, bro. So we definitely got to take care of our health. But nowadays they got vitamins, man. You just fucking stack up on all kinds of vitamins.
I take mass supplements.
yeah. You take all kinds of supplements. So, you know, that's a good thing. Just people got to be more aware of how helpful and the benefits of eating right. And obviously, you know, you're not going to eat like a fucking nutritionist every day. You're going to have your cheat meals and stuff like that. But it's good to balance it out with like healthy stuff and, you know, greens and yeah, definitely the supplements help, you know, especially when you're older. I got like a whole cabinet with like On It stuff. I should.
That's a great brand.
Yo, Aubrey, holla at your boy, man. Send me some fucking. I would love to have them as a sponsor. Wait till I get my numbers up. I'm definitely looking to get some On It products in here. But yeah, man, you know, just staying busy. And trying to stay productive as I can. So I balance out the working remotely from home. And then once I'm done with that, you know, try to get a workout in or do some video editing or stuff like that, just to stay busy, you know?
Yeah, I love it. This gives me the time, you know, once the kids go to sleep, I just come down here, work out, and then that calms me down, puts me at ease, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? We need that.
Do you follow any specific, like for weights, do you have any specific training regimen, or do you just freestyle it, you just wing it, or do you do like a specific muscle group?
I used to do regular bodybuilding type workout, but my body is like, it's tough. I can't get big. But I have the stamina. So I decided to just change and I freestyle it. So like if I go to the gym, I'll hit the bag that, you know, they have the bag there at the gym. I'll do that for my cardio just to get warmed up for like a good 20 minutes, do 4 to 6 rounds. And then I go into a core training, which I call core training before I start hitting the weights. So a core training could be kettlebell swings, planks, a twist with 45 pounds, or, you know, just anywhere between 5 to 10 exercises back to back for 2 to 3 rounds. Then I
Yeah.
work out. And when I work out, I'll do supersets, triceps, drop sets. I mix
So
it
you'll
up.
do all that in one day, like 1 day session?
Yeah,
So what are
yeah,
we
yeah.
talking, like 2 hours maybe worth of exercise?
2 hours. I usually go to the gym from 10 to midnight. And the
Okay.
guys I work out with, they're half my age. So the guys I work out with are
They push
younger
you.
than me. Yeah, they're younger than me. So I work out with them. I know they're
Right,
gonna
right.
probably watch this podcast. They're like, they're all right. They're getting in there. They're young, but I'm still the old man keeps them on their toes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. I definitely want to mix in more weights. I mean, I got a kettlebell. I got a 35-pound kettlebell, and we
That's
have
perfect.
some weights here, like adjustable weights and stuff. I definitely want to mix that up more with cardio, not to get big, but to like, it also helps with your bone structure and keeping your fucking bones strong and shit like that. Especially the older you get, definitely working on building more weights and stuff like that.
There's a guy I follow. His name is Michael Hearn, and his principles always been, the compound movements, squat, bench, deadlift, lift heavy, because you start to build. If you're consistent with lifting heavy over the years as you get older, you're building bone density. So
Yes.
that's what I try to do. I've been lifting. I try to go heavy as I can on those compound movements, and I'm consistent. So it's not like
like
I'm doing
deadlifts
it.
and deadlifts.
Yeah, I
stuff
do
like
that. I
that.
love deadlifts, squats, and benches. Little. I got a bad shoulder. As we get older, my body breaks down. So certain exercises I gotta be careful with, but I try to go heavy, as heavy as I can, as heavy as my body lets me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Speaking of that, I just recently I subscribed to Masterclass. They have some really awesome courses from like A-list, people like Martin Scorsese has one on filmmaking.
Ooh,
Judd
nice.
Apatow has one on comedy. It's very inspiring. A lot of inspirational shit. They got one guy teaching. I've been like on my real chess thing lately. I've been playing chess like left and right. They have what's his name, Kasparov, this Russian grandmaster teaching chess. It's really cool, and it's so like professionally shot. Like every class looks like a movie. Like the quality is just amazing. But there's this one guy, I think his name is Joe Holder. He's a physical trainer, and I've done some of his workouts. His whole course isn't just workouts. He gets into nutrition. He gets into how to work out right and stuff like that. But one of his classes is based on mobility, and mobility. Yeah, that's very important for guys like us to not, to that wear and tear, how to work around it, how to prevent injury and stuff like that is really dope, man. Like the techniques and stuff. I'm like, wow, I can't believe, I didn't know about this shit all these years. So I'm definitely adding that to the regimen too, like mobility exercises. It's, it's like there's stretching involved. There's a lot of, I can't even explain it, man, but it just has to do with like, it has to do with mobility.
The mobility,
really
you're
cool.
right. That's important, especially when you're doing like squats, deadlifts. Those require full body movement. So you need to be fully warmed up before you can't just jump into it, So your technique has to be on point. You go to the gym, you see some guys squatting and you're just like, what the fuck they doing, So it's like, you want to make sure your mobility is right and your technique, as you get older.
It's kind of like a warm up to make sure you get those muscles moving correctly and not strain yourself and shit like that. Fucking bust your hip in half or some shit like that, But yeah, man, it's really cool to see different methods and learning from like experts in the field. Some really cool shit, man. So Masterclass, holla your boy. Send me a fucking I don't know. I'm trying to get sponsors here now. Once I get these numbers up, But yeah, man. So is there anything else from the brand that you want to plug, or what's your website? Well, you know what? I'm gonna add your Instagram handle. I'm gonna Well, I'll add it to the description, but I'll also add your Instagram handle to the video so that people could go look for you. Well, the Respect the Tap. And the website and everything, So definitely some cool stuff.
Right now, me and my business partner, we're working on a collection that we're going to drop hopefully in the second quarter. We're working on the website. We have a lot of stuff right now. We're working on the website. We're building our
So you launched the YouTube channel too?
Yeah, we got the YouTube channel as well. Go check us out on our YouTube channel, Respect the Tap. Right now we have one of my boys. He's a up and coming fighter. He's been fighting for a while. So you can want to check him out, Raymond Savalos, and he trains out of King's Fitness out here in Regal Park. He also trains at Henzo over in the city. So, he's a solid dude, man. Much love for him, much respect. You guys got to check him out and follow him too. And he's also a trainer, No Decision Fitness as well. So big shout out to him. He's been helping us out a lot with the brand, much love and for all the support. Definitely thank him. And also, we last year we collaborated. My business partner, he trains at Igor Gracie.
Mm-hmm.
He trains.
I actually shot a video there.
I know dude. This world is so
small world.
Such a small world. So
Igor's a really nice dude too. He's really cool.
Funny dude. Really funny, nice guy. Mm-hmm. My man's been training with him for I think about 7 years now. Mm-hmm. And Igor, as we start building the brand, I was talking to my man. I was like, just talk to Igor, let him know what we're doing because I want him to know. I want him to be aware of it. I was like, you never know. Maybe down the road we could connect with him. Sure enough, Igor reached out to both of us. It was like that he wanted to work with us. So we're working on a partnership with him right now, helping him push out some of his academy merchandise through our website. So that's a nice little collaboration that we started with him. When we start posting on social media, obviously he uses the lion symbol, which is a Henzo. So Henzo's team headquarters, the black belts that manage this, the Instagram reached out to us, DM'd us, and they're like, what's going on here, guys? Why are you guys using the lion symbol? They just need to validate who we are. Yeah. So we basically,
we got a Gracie's stamp of approval.
Yeah. And then they were like, oh, cool, Igor. All right, no problem. Once we dropped the name, they were like, okay, good stuff.
Yeah.
So we got that stamp of approval. So we
don't want Henzo knocking out your door like, wow, what are you doing my logo?
Dude, we went to go see a fight.
Next thing you know, you're in one of these, and that's it.
We went to go see a fight at the Garden. We went to go see Bellator, where Fedor fought, and Henzo's nephew fought in the same card and won.
What's his name?
Neiman?
There's so many of them.
Oh, dude, there's thousands of them, man. Those guys are amazing. Amazing family, man. So we went to go see the fight. We're outside. Me and my business partner were outside just chilling. Some fighters were coming out. We said what's up to a couple of fighters. We look over to the left and we see Henzo. That guy is super nice, talks to everybody. That guy's, we went up to him, we took a picture with him, and he's like talking about his nephew. He's like, can you believe it? He just won today. And just the other day, I was wiping his ass. We're like, what the fuck? Dude, that guy's too much, man. He got stories for days, man.
Yeah. My jiu-jitsu coach is he's a Henzo black belt. Shout out to Christopher Quinn, aka Pizza Jitsu. Actually, that's where I was training last before this whole thing shut down. I was training at ITC in Astoria, and Quinn teaches there. It's really nice, man. Really nice group, and I just miss training, man. I miss going there and shit. But also some guys that were also before I started at ITC. And one of the guys I just had on recently, my boy JC, John Calistine, who's a fucking beast. He's a beast, man. He won EBI. He actually filled in for Eddie Cummings. This was a few years ago, though. I think it was EBI 15. Eddie Wolverine Cummings, who I actually have gotten the chance to train with the guy. Bro, let me tell you, I wouldn't even call it training, bro. It's like I when I rolled with that dude, it's like, how sometimes like I'll roll with a coach, they'll take it light, they'll let you work, right? They'll let you work. That motherfucker, he didn't give a fuck. He's like, nah, I'm gonna steamroll through you. I felt like I never trained a day in my life rolling with that guy, bro. He just goes, there's no light, there's no meter, there's no gauge. It's just full on, I'm gonna kill you, fucking. You know what I mean? Yeah, Eddie Cummings is a beast, man. But anyway, yeah. So I met them through my boy Neo, who had opened a gym at the time called Pure Heart, and then he brought in Matt Kaplan, who's also a black belt under one of Henzo's black belts. This guy Daisuke. So they're black belts under him, which is like two steps removed under Henzo. So the Henzo family is huge. Like the just the jiu-jitsu branding, and everything. But it's really cool to learn. Like I was talking about this with JC, that, I came from Marcelo's Academy and they don't really focus on leg locks a lot. Marcelo's grappling is based more on sweeps and going for chokes, which I love going for chokes. Like when I'm rolling, I'm not trying to arm bar you or fucking go for a heel hook. I'm trying to strangle you. You know, that's the fun I would get in it. But they showed me another side to it, you know, like the leg lock game is legit. Like there's, you know, they've revolutionized it, and a lot of those guys came from Henzo's, the Danaher's guys.
Oh yeah.
But you know, Eddie Cummings, you know, doesn't get the recognition that he deserves. He helped them develop that leg lock system, and yeah, man, it's crazy, and they've been really successful. I mean, Gordon Ryan came out of that camp, and he's basically right now he's recognized as like the best grappler in the fucking world right now. This young kid, like he did a seminar when Pure Heart was still around, him, and he was younger, he was skinnier, and he came with his little brother, and his little brother's a fucking beast too.
Oof.
His little brother's a beast too, and now Gordon's like, oh, you know, he's bigger now. He buffed up. And now he's fucking getting into altercations with Andre Galvao behind the scenes.
Slap the shit out of him.
Yeah,
I felt that shit. I was watching that shit on YouTube and I felt it. I was like, what?
Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. But anyway, that whole core of dudes came from Henzo's. That was my whole point of rambling on about this.
Yeah,
it goes back to Henzo's. But, you know, I have respect for both those gyms because Marcelo's nicest guy in the world. Like I walked in my first day going there. You know, Marcelo's a world-class black belt, fucking fresh out of ADCC, and he's teaching class, right? And doesn't know me from a hole in the wall, comes up to me with a smile, shakes my hand. He's like, hey, come in, check out the class. And like, that's why I ended up there. Like I felt welcome, you know what I mean? But
right.
You know, things, you know, a few years passed and they had to move because it got flooded. You know what I mean? It got flooded. And then in 2012, when Sandy hit, they were in a temporary location at Chelsea Piers. And the temporary location got flooded. So it was like back-to-back floodings. Yeah, his story's crazy, bro. It's really crazy. And then they finally opened the new gym where they're at now. It's
in really 23rd Street, somewhere around there on the west side.
Yeah, it's in the west side.
Yeah, he's been through a lot too, I know.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. A lot of personal stuff too.
Personal stuff, man.
Yeah. But wow, it's just crazy seeing the dynamic between, and you know, they've had their competitive beefs between, you know, like pound your chest, we're the better New York team. But at the end of the day, man, there's a solid group of guys that came out of that gym. Because Munch, who's he's a black belt now, but when I started there, he was like a blue belt or purple belt. Dylan Dennis trained out of Marcelo's.
Right.
We all know Dylan Dennis where he's at right now. He's fucking doing Bellator fights, training Conor McGregor. So, and Munch, he's actually, I've seen him through social media. He's doing like some Muay Thai stuff. He's doing like his stand-up looks sick. Like he went from a jiu-jitsu guy and now he's doing stand-up. I think he eventually is going to get into MMA.
Okay.
So yeah, man, those guys are doing some good stuff, man. And it all goes back to representing for the culture.
Yeah.
Know, for martial arts, for jiu-jitsu, for MMA and all that stuff, man. It's pretty cool.
Definitely.
But none of that can't fuck with my karate though. So you know, try to step to me with that shit with my karate, I'll do some Cobra Kai on your ass. You know what I mean?
Oh man, Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai, bro. Have you been seeing it? Have you caught up on it?
I'm not gonna lie. I grew up watching the Karate Kid. I was like, you know, whatever. And then the Cobra Kai. I was like, I wonder if that's gonna be any good. I got addicted to it. Me and my wife watched that show. We loved it. We were like, yo, the nostalgia effect. Yeah. Oh my God, the writers did a great job tying everything together. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we saw season 3. They're doing season 4 now. I think they're gonna drop hopefully this August or something like that. But yo, it was just like, what? Yo, great job. You know, bringing some of these guys back. I was like, holy. And then I like the fact the way they did the different perspective.
Yes, Johnny's side. Because everybody sees Johnny as like the asshole. And now they gave depth to his character. Like you see why he's like that, and he's actually a good dude. You know, like he means well. He's just a dick. You know what I'm saying? But he means well, so he's not the villain. Like Kreese is the fucking villain. He's the asshole.
Yeah. That's crazy. But yo, that really hooked me when I started seeing that. I was like, wait a second, oh shit, never thought about it like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
All these years, you know.
I can't wait for the next season 4. Yeah, I can't wait.
That's gonna be dope. That's gonna be real dope. There's a lot of stuff coming out, man, and there's a lot of stuff coming out this month too. We got Mortal Kombat coming out this month.
Yeah. I can't wait for Kong versus Godzilla. Oh, that's gonna be. I want to see that way more than Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat's cool. I was more of a Street Fighter guy, and I'm upset. I'm upset that they did a shitty ass fucking Street Fighter movie.
Oh, that was horrible.
That Jean-Claude Van Damme shit was just utter total trash. So they need to do a Street Fighter live action movie that's gonna do it justice. I know this Mortal Kombat shit looks dope. Don't get me wrong. I'm not hating on it. Yeah, because they're focusing on Sub-Zero and Scorpion. But man, I would love for them to do a live action, like a really good Street Fighter with Ryu and Ken, like, you know what I mean? Like all the core Street Fighter 2 guys, Guile, imagine Blanca, fucking, like a real looking Blanca, not that bullshit they did in that movie. Terrible. Terrible.
Oh my God.
But yo, Kong versus God. Yo, we've been talking about this shit on all the podcasts. Like, we can't wait for that shit, bro.
That looks sick. Oh, I can't.
It looks bananas. I think they're gonna bring out. Everybody's saying they're gonna bring out Mecha Godzilla, and they might end up having to team up. Imagine.
What? I wonder how much, dude, the CGI in that. Oh my God. The trailer looks insane. When I saw that, I was like, no way. The movie, dude, I grew up watching Flash Gordon. Can you imagine? I thought that was dope, those graphics from Flash Gordon. Can you imagine now? It's like even the video games, man. That was playing Atari 5200. Now we're like, real life.
I don't really fuck with the new systems. Like I'm good with the Switch. We have a Switch here. We play the old school Mario joints and Mario Kart, because I don't want to get absorbed, and that shit's gonna take up too much of my time. So I'd rather just keep it simple. Turn it on, play some Mario Kart or Mario Party. I have all the old it's called like the emulator that you could play the old Nintendo NES
old games.
Super NES games. Yeah, just for nostalgia, just to fuck around and kill some time here and there. But I know if I get like a PS5, I'm not gonna be doing nothing else. You're not gonna see any more podcasts. I'm gonna be up to like 4 a.m. playing fucking Modern Warfare and shit.
Dude, you get on it. You get on at 6, 7 o'clock, and then all of a sudden you're like, let me take a break. It's 4:30 in the morning. You're like, what the? It goes by, because you're in it,
Yeah, you're in it. Yeah, and, a lot of people see that as an escape. You know what I mean? Like that virtual world is like an escape for people, bro. Like that's scary for me. Not in a bad way. For me, it's like scary because I'm like, I don't want to get too absorbed into that world. You know what I
mean? Yeah. I've never been a big video game person,
Yeah.
Never had time for that, but I do, here and there, don't mind it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Everything in moderation. Yo, by the way, do you still have that bottle of what was it?
I still do. I still
have it?
I swear.
It was a Ciroc.
Yes, I think I still have it.
That was years ago.
I just cleaned it out. It was in the bottom of the kitchen cabinet. I was like, oh shit.
Yo, does that go bad? Just put it up on your mantle, like.
No, it hasn't been opened. No, I don't think we opened it. It's still sealed.
That's crazy.
It's still sealed. Yo, I still have a couple of bottles. I don't drink anymore, so
I know.
So it's been good.
We have our memories, man. Boys' night out, fucking getting wasted, getting trashed. Up to no good.
I still remember when you came to the bar. We were watching a UFC fight.
The fishbowl.
Yeah. You're like, what the fuck is that? I was like, it's the Incredible Hulk. It was like a fucking fishbowl this big.
That was at Cannes. That was at Cannes.
Yes. Damn.
The Cannes was like a bootleg Hooters.
Yes. And then you ordered your drink, but you would start watching the fights, and the straws we had were like fucking this long. And you just turn around, I put my straw in your shit, I gulped that shit like nothing. And then you're just looking at the fights, you turn around, you're like, yo, what the fuck happened? I was like, yo, you drank fast,
and that was just the start of the night.
that was the beginning. We ended up doing Kung Fu. I think we're doing Kung Fu at the end of the night.
The good old days, bro. The good old days.
Oh my God.
Shout out to David, bro. David, where you at?
Oh, David.
We'll get David on one day. He's camera shy. He doesn't want to get on the camera. Show his pretty bald head. I'll pull out my bald head. It will be a bald head fucking convention. You know what I mean?
Those were the days, man. Oh my God, memories.
Yeah.
So many stories, man.
Yeah, man, it's good old days. Oh, actually, you know, real quick before we move on to like these UFC fights, one thing I do remember that stands out is we got to see the Anderson Silva Chael Sonnen. Remember, you had to get together. You had to get together when you were still in Queens, and you.
Oh, the basement.
Yes, the basement.
Yes.
You fucking got samurai swords on your mantle. And
Yes. Yeah. Yo, Anderson Silva was my guy. Yo, I lost my voice, Anderson. I think, man, because I was like, he was getting fucking
remember, we thought he was gonna lose, and then he throws up that fucking triangle at the last second.
Last round.
What year was that? That was like 10 years ago.
That was more. That was more than 10 years ago. That must have been like 12 to 13 years ago. Yo, I remember I was like stressed out. We had like 20 heads in there, not more. And I was stressed out. I was really stressed out. That fight had me.
Anderson was about to lose that fight.
Dude, he was getting fucking. I was like, what the fuck?
That Chael was wrestle humping the shit out of him. He didn't have that triangle defense, bro.
Oh my God. I got Anderson Silva up in here. I got a nice big poster of him up there.
To me, he'll always be the GOAT, but that's my personal preference just because I like his career. I wish he didn't choose to clown around too much with Chris.
Oh my God.
We all know how that ended. And then after that, it was kind of downhill.
Yeah, it was I think that was his Achilles heel, Chris Weidman just, and then, dude, he got clipped. And then his leg, oh man, dude, it was just like.
One memorable fight after that was him against Michael Bisping. That fight was a classic.
Dude.
And he was this close. Like when he hit Bisping with that flying knee, I thought he killed him or some shit.
I thought he was dead. And then they were just.
Yeah, the round ended.
No, he didn't finish. He could have finished it. I think if he would just clipped him.
The bell rang. No, he hit him with the knee and the bell rang. And so Bisping was able to get his 2 cents back.
Okay.
Yes. Because I was watching replays, but that was a crazy fucking fight.
Yeah, because Anderson. It just. I wish he would have just stopped. Fighting. But listen,
right now he should retire now. He doesn't need to keep fighting because Adesanya beat him. Somebody else just beat him. Uriah Hall.
Yes.
Right? Uriah Hall just beat Anderson recently.
Dude, it was it was tough. It was tough, man. But But he also moved up to light heavyweight, and no one beat him in light heavyweight. He fought two times, and he knocked him out.
Forrest Griffin and Eric, what's his name? Stephen Bonner.
No. Oh, he fought 3 times in light heavyweight. He fought the other guy that had the bad boy tattoo here. Forgot his name. He was a light heavyweight dude. Oh man, I can't remember his name, but he fought him and he caught his leg and he knocked him. And then when he got to the floor, he knocked him out. And he knocked everybody in the light heavyweight in the first, second round. Dude, I know.
Great career.
He was in his prime. And dude, he's been fighting since Pride days. Came into the UFC. Days. I missed the Pride days. Oh, those Pride fight organization. That Pride organization is the bomb.
Do you think they should keep fucking head stomps and
soccer kicks? Soccer kicks, dude.
Oh man, that's a little savage.
Like fucking stomp kicks, dude. I love those.
That was the Goodfellas kicks.
You know what I wish the UFC would do? A Grand Prix open weight tournament.
Yeah, who knows if Dana would do that? I mean, Scott Coker and Bellator is good with that. I mean, Scott Coker was doing that in Strikeforce, right? He had the heavyweight tournament with Fedor and.
The Grand Prix when the open tournament was
DC won that. Remember, DC won that.
DC was a monster. DC, yeah, he won that tournament. There was also the one I'm talking about, the one where Vanderlei Silva goes up against Mark Hunt.
Okay.
I'm talking about
way back in the days.
Yeah. I'm talking about any weight division that could go in there.
Yeah, you crazy.
Dude, that would be amazing.
You want to see some free for all? Like you want to see like a
Conor McGregor versus John Jones.
You could do that in the video game. Imagine, bro. Like, you know what? That's a perfect segue because speaking of a smaller dude going in to fight a bigger guy. That's what just happened this weekend. Israel Adesanya, who is, I think, still like one of the best, if not the best striker in the UFC. You know what I'm saying? Like the guy I think he came from Glory. Well, he came
Glory.
from one. He came from
Glory.
one of
He has
those.
like 75 fights in Glory.
When I first heard about this guy, like who's this guy? Like when they first had his first fight, I did some research on him. I'm like, oh, he came from Glory, so this guy's a good fucking kickboxer.
Oh,
but how's this wrestling? How's his wrestling defense? And he proved it. It's been good. Like he hasn't been, except for this weekend. Fucking Polish Power, John Blachowicz was able to take him down, bro. And those takedowns won him the fight.
Round 4 and 5, those takedowns really won him the fight. They showed a lot of respect for each other, that was in the beginning, timing each other. His defense was good. I give it to him. He was calm. I know Israeli was trying to draw him out a lot of times in the beginning, but it seemed like they respected each other's power, So it was an interesting fight, It was really calculated. It was
technical, yeah, very technical. But Izzy couldn't stop those double legs, man.
And then he held him. He got on top, and he did enough that the referee didn't interrupt and bring them back up. He was doing just enough to hold him down on the ground, and he controlled it. So that way, he knew if he gave him any room, he's slick. He would have gone right up. Israeli.
Joe Rogan, I actually saw the fight again this morning, and Joe Rogan actually said he was like he's trying to bridge in the wrong direction on a bigger, heavier dude. Like that was no good. Like he should have tried something else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then when John, I'm just gonna call him Polish Power. When Polish Power, he was able to get half guard, and then once he had half guard, that's it. Like it was hard to get out of it. And then at the very end, he got full mount. Bro, and then if that round would have ended, who knows? Like he could have probably just totally.
If he would have done this in the beginning, I think it would have been a lot shorter fight. Especially once he got on the full mount, you saw what he was able to do on that full mount.
Yeah.
Even if he was, if he were dropping elbows or he would have easily won the fight a lot sooner. But they had too much respect for each other, and they had they were cautious, And I think that's what I think was surprised Israeli. Like he didn't want to, like he was surprised. He was waiting for him to go a little bit, get a little wild with his punches, but he was more calculated and more technical in the fight. So Polish Power did his thing, and he was smart. He's a veteran. So now he
deserves that belt.
He deserves it, and he was the underdog in this fight too.
He's always on. What's funny? He's always been the underdog. So that's what he said. Remember, Usman said it a few weeks ago. He's like to the camera. He's like, "Better put respect on my fucking name. Put respect on my name." And then John Blachowicz started saying that. Put respect on my name.
He's funny, dude. Like his English, like
he seems like a really cool dude. Like he just had a baby too. He just had a son, I think.
He had a baby.
So he seems really humble. But this sets up. He wants to fight. He wants to give Glover the next title shot.
Yeah, I think he deserves it. I like that. I like that about him. That shows
because Glover is awesome on the ground. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Glover is a certified black belt. I've been a big fan of Glover Teixeira since when he started, because he was one of Anderson's boys. He was one of Anderson's training partners, and I think he had visa issues. He couldn't come into the States. That's why his career started a little late, if you remember.
Didn't Glover also train with Chuck Liddell? I think he was a sparring partner for Chuck Liddell.
Maybe I'm sorry. I could be wrong. I think it was Chuck Liddell, not Anderson. I'm bugging. No. We were just talking about Anderson, and I'm like, they're both Brazilian.
Teixeira was in shoot box. I don't think he was in shoot box.
Okay. So he was Chuck Liddell's boy.
Yeah. He was the sparring partner for Chuck Liddell.
That's how way back he goes, because Chuck Liddell is way back.
He's old school.
So and Glover's still around. You know what I'm saying? He got to fight John Jones. Unfortunately, it didn't go his way, but that don't say much because nobody could beat John. So we'll see. We'll see now that he's going to go up to heavyweight. But anyway, I'm sorry. So Glover, I think he's got a good shot at 205 against Polish Power, because he brings another set of tools to the table. He's got solid grappling, and he's a hard puncher too. Oh, yeah. And he's going to be able to trade in the pocket with
the Polish Power.
Yeah, with fucking Polish Power. But now this also kills the super fight if it ever to happen with John Jones and Stylebender, because we know that they were talking shit
Oh,
at each other on Twitter.
you knew right away.
Now
John Jones
went to Twitter and just started, fucking with him. Like, I just
what was
hope
the last
that
tweet John Jones said? Dare to dare to kill. What was it? Was it
well, Adesanya was like, dare to be great.
Dare to
like,
be great, and then
put it
John
on
Jones
the
wrote, "Dare to be great." Good job, kid. I was like, "Oh shit."
Yo, but see, John Jones. I'm a fan of John Jones.
Oh, it's me too, man.
Even though all the crazy shit that he's done.
Yeah.
But I see like behind the scenes, like he's got this dog now. It's like a Belgian Malinois, one of those John Wick dogs, those elite trained dogs. And you see him taking them to the gun range, and the fucking dog, like you say one word, he kills on command. He's got one of those dogs.
Ooh.
But John's been bulking up to go to heavyweight now, and who's he fighting? Did he get a match yet or not yet?
I think the winner of Stipe and Francis. I think John Jones is gonna get the winner of that fight. I really think that's gonna be the next matchup. That's gonna be the next super fight. And John Jones looks impressive. I think he's been doing it the right way too. He's put on a lot of weight, dude. He's been training hardcore with the weights. Strongman training.
How do you think John Jones could take one of those shots from fucking Francis though?
Francis becomes
Francis is like a bro. He's like Thanos, like just fucking Incredible Hulk murdering motherfuckers. Like poor Overeem, man. Like, remember that Francis knockout with Overeem?
Oh my god,
man! And Francis knocking everybody's heads off. He just couldn't beat Stipe.
Yeah, but Stipe, he was smart. He was, and Stipe's a boxer too. So and you got to understand, Francis started MMA late. It's not like he's had MMA experience for 10 plus years. He came into the game late. His story is incredible. Much respect to Francis. His story is humbling.
He was like working in mines or some shit, and
that's why he was shoveling, loading the truck.
He's got that core strength.
That core strength is phenomenal. You can't. That guy will. But he came into the game late. I think he was like, and then for what he's been able to accomplish in such a short period of time, much respect.
I would love to see Francis against John Jones.
That'd be
because I've always wanted to see one match that I never got to. None of us ever got to see was John Jones against what's his name? He retired. The big dude that kept knocking everybody out, man. What's his name? He used to fight at 170 and he could never make weight. Fuck, I can't remember his name. Help me out here. What's his name?
Wait a second.
He was at 185 and then he moved up to 205.
Oh, Anthony Rumble Johnson. No.
Rumble Johnson. Thank you.
Did they fight?
No. He fought DC. Rumble fought DC. DC beat him. But he never got to fight John Jones. That's a fight I wanted to see, but anyway, it never happened.
I think they were supposed to fight and something.
Yeah, but it never happened.
Okay, because they were messing with Dana White at the weigh-ins or whatever. They staged that they were going to have the
and that fight didn't happen.
DC had it. And okay, something happened then. Then they never had that fight.
Yeah. Okay. Rumble against John Jones never happened. So now, Rumble's a power puncher. But now
he's gained a lot of weight. He looks. You saw him recently.
He could be a heavyweight. Nothing. I wouldn't rule out him coming back to the UFC as a heavyweight.
Yeah. He's
Mark my words. He's had time to take some rest time, and I'm sure they'll get him back in there as a heavyweight. Rumble Johnson.
Yeah, I think so because he always had. You're right. He had issues cutting weight. And he used
to fight at 170. How the fuck did you make? Dude, how did he make 170?
I don't know how
that was ridiculous.
I don't know how these fighters do that. That's hard, man. That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
He went from 170 to heavyweight. But yeah, that would be awesome. But I definitely want to see John Jones fight Francis. See how he could take that fucking those power punches from Francis.
If they do that fight, I think it'll be at the end of this year.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, John's still he's doing it right. He's taking his sweet time. He's bulking up, and that's why he vacated his belt. Izzy didn't vacate his belt. He's still the champ at 180.
Oh no, he's gonna go back down. He's gonna go back and rule that division. And then maybe a couple of years once he matures, his body matures, it gets more. Then he'll do it. He'll gradually start going back up because he's gonna definitely look at what he did wrong and analyze that and go back to the drawing board. But right now,
he's got to work on his jiu-jitsu on the ground, bro.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, the wrestling takedown defense is one thing, but if you if you're nice on the ground, you're not going to be worried about getting put on your back if you got an active guard. Like guys like Tony Ferguson, guys like Anthony Pettis, they're nasty off their back, so they don't mind getting put on the ground. But if he were to sharpen his skills and develop his game to that level, he'd be unstoppable, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because he's lanky, he's got long limbs, he could throw up a triangle.
He's tall too. I didn't know he was that tall.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when he was up against Jan, he was taller than Jan.
He was bigger than him.
I was like, holy shit, he's taller than him.
I'm sorry, he was taller. He wasn't bigger because Jan had like at least 25 pounds on him.
Yeah. Jan was a heavier dude that night. And that's why that's why when he was on top of him, but Jan towards the end of the fight, his cardio looked like he was getting exhausted.
Well,
but he was able
rounds.
to secure those takedowns, and that's what solidified, definitely solidified him.
I'm happy for him, man. Good for him. They need to put respect on his name. Who do you think will be a good fight for Izzy though? Now at 185, there's not many guys left.
There's not that many guys left in that division. He's cleared that division out almost.
I'm trying to think who. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know either.
I'm drawing blanks.
He's cleared out that division practically. The same way that the same way John Jones cleared out his division. There's who else was there? For him to fight now. There's nobody really. Jan just come. He's on a 4-fight win streak.
Mm-hmm.
Now he beat Izzy, so he's and Izzy was one of the pound for pound greats. So you definitely gotta give respect to the Polish power there. It's interesting.
What do you think of shout out to Aljamain Sterling? He wasn't happy with how that ended.
That was tough because I was watching, so I think what happened, I don't think he intentionally, I know it was an illegal knee, right? But I think he got bad advice from his corner. Because if you go back to tapes, they're like, they were telling him to hit him because he was on the ground, but not knee him.
His knee was on the ground.
His knee was on the ground, but I think they were telling him to hit him in the head or something with his fist.
But not knee him in the head.
But not knee him. So I think he misunderstood what he was hearing.
Yeah.
He's caught up in the motion.
He's like a robot. He just reacted like a remote control, right? He just, boom.
And he looked at the corner and then just the knee. And I'm like, oh, dude. And then Sterling.
The consequences of that to lose your title because of that, right?
Because of disqualification. That's
do you think that rule should be in place? If you get disqualified in a title fight and you're the champ, should you lose your belt?
I don't think so. My opinion, no. I think it should be a no contest. And
no contest. And run it back.
And Sterling said it too. You saw what kind of character he was.
He dropped the belt. He wasn't happy.
He dropped the belt. He didn't want it. He didn't want to go out like that. He didn't want that. He wanted to win the fight fair and square. It was a good fight. It was interesting fight. I think he was I think he was moving around too much in the beginning, but definitely would have liked to seen it go a little bit further to see what would have happened between the two of them. Yeah. Because they were in the championship rounds, and it was just, I couldn't believe it.
I would like to see how that plays out, man. I really hope they run it back soon, My boy Pompos, who I had on last week, he's actually a pro fighter. He's fighting for Cage Fury. CFFC. Okay. He's actually got a fight coming up next week, I think.
Okay.
And he trains with Aljo out of
Matt Saros?
Yeah, Ray Longo's camp. Yeah. So they do some good rounds. And JC, John Callison's done some grappling rounds with him too. And he's a good grappler. That's what I keep hearing. He's a really good grappler. And I think that should be his ace in the hole. Like, if he wants to win this fight, do what works best and try to take it to the ground and submit him.
Wow, that'd be dope.
Wow.
Yo, what did you think of the fight with Nunes?
That wasn't even a fight, bro.
Yeah,
Okay, I need to say something. So I put money on Megan Anderson. What? I'm sorry, Amanda. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna explain to you.
Okay.
I'm gonna explain. I apologize, Amanda. You're the GOAT. I'm not worthy of your presence. I apologize. But I did it because I got tempted by those odds. Megan Anderson had a plus 700 odds. So if you, the
If you,
odds
yeah,
is
well,
just too
that-
tempting, bro.
too
Too
tempting, yo,
tempting.
but
I'm
she
like, you
looks
know what?
scared.
Maybe Amanda's, you know, and Megan Anderson is a good fighter. And she was bigger, and I thought maybe she could use her range.
Her
I thought she would
range.
go in. I thought she would go in there with a killer mentality. And she looked like a deer in headlights,
Exactly.
bro.
Dude,
And then
she hit with
Amanda hit her with that right, and it was pretty
dude, you
much
saw their
over.
legs, the way they were like, yo, dude, it was like, oh, that power,
Yo,
Amanda.
she went off and had a baby, right? She started a family. Well, she didn't have it, but her partner did. And
Her partner
she just
had it.
came back. She came back like she didn't even miss a day of training, right?
She was like, oh, dude, she's fought everybody. Cyborg, Ronda, Holmes,
Oh my
Holly
God,
Holmes,
Misha
she's
Tate.
destroyed everybody.
I mean, the fact that she knocked out Cyborg should just say everything. Like, this chick is just, you know, people online. I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh. You know, people online are like, Amanda Nunes. I'm sorry. People online are like, Amanda Nunes is what Ronda Rousey was supposed to be. It's fucked up. Listen, I was a huge Ronda fan, man, but
No, I was.
When she no, listen, when she showed that she couldn't take a loss, and she was just like she couldn't take a loss like a champ. Like, she was a bad sport, and you know, she showed like another side of her that wasn't cool. And then when she came back, and they were just giving Ronda the spotlight, and they were making it look like Amanda was just there for Ronda to beat, and Amanda just fucking lit her up, bro. And ever since then, she's just been on a roll, like she's taking bitches out.
The only one I think that's given Amanda Nunes a fight was what's that?
Valentina.
Valentina's the only one.
And I keep saying that, yep, Valentina Shevchenko, but I don't know if there's a big weight gap in between them now, because Valentina is the champ at 125.
Yeah, I don't think.
And
Amanda,
she would have to go up to 135 to fight Amanda again.
And Amanda's already cleared out the division at 145.
There shouldn't be a 145. Get rid of that division. There's nobody there.
There's nobody.
She did the champ. That's great. That's great for legacy. But there's nobody in featherweight. Absolutely nobody.
After this, who's gonna want to fight her at 135? I don't.
I know.
There's nobody.
There's nobody.
Dude,
I don't know, man.
Like
they got to start recruiting or scouting like these fucking Muay Thai chicks from fucking Thailand, or find somebody that's gonna like match her in striking. But then she's good on the ground too, bro. She caught her with a ill back triangle. Like, you know, I got to drill those back triangles, and I've got put in them, and they suck.
Good. If she would have gotten the arm, also she had the arm bar.
She had the triangle and the arm bar.
Yeah, she would have.
Yeah, bro. And you know what? That was her showing mercy. Okay? Yeah. It's just like what Khabib did to Justin Gaethje. Khabib was like, you know what? I'm going to show him mercy.
Dude,
I'm going to show him mercy and submit him.
Dude, I love Khabib,
because he didn't want him.
Guy's...
He's a legend. I really do think he should come back and fight one more. I don't care who it is. Fight GSP.
But who's he going to fight? GSP don't want to fight him. GSP don't want to fight him.
Yeah.
Who's he going to fight?
I don't know.
Who's he going to fight in that division? There's nobody.
Get that 30-0. Get that 30-0. Yeah,
the only fight that he never had that I would have loved to see, but then after seeing what happened to Tony, yeah, but that was it. That was the only fight that was left for him to fight. He went through the whole division.
Duke Bronx dominated Tony. Oliveira, yo. Wait, is it Oliveira?
Oliveira dominated. Yeah. Oliveira.
There's too many Oliveiras in the Du Bronx. He dominated Tony. I don't know what happened. Tony didn't look like himself.
But you know what? He takes a lot of punishment too sometimes, which I don't think was necessary.
Justin Gaethje, bro. I think that changed him.
Dude, he's took
too many shots. And that's the thing. Shout out to Tony, but you got to take him out. Like Tony's gonna keep getting.
He can't continue that way. They're fighting with 3-ounce gloves. Come on, man.
Some guys don't give a fuck, bro. You either got to kill them or.
But Tony's got a warrior mentality. That's his.
That's that Mexican in him. You know.
Dude, he's it's too much. It's long term not good. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's the only fight I would have wanted to see.
Yeah, me too. Overall, some good fights. Dominic Cruz came back. He had a good one. He was looking like his old self. There was some really good fights, man. I really like that card. You know, it's unfortunate. I mean, I really wanted Izzy to win, but no, fuck it. You're gonna have to go. I'm happy for Jan Blachowicz, Polish Power, and I can't wait to see him and Glover and see how the division plays out. 170 is looking good. I want Masvidal to get back in there and fight Usman on a full camp.
On a full camp, they're talking. Yeah. That's the rumors right now.
They keep talking shit to each other. I think they really don't like each other. And man, you got to give Usman his props, man. Because as you said, put respect on my name. You know what I mean? Because you know he's solid, man. His striking is, and he's training with Trevor. I think he's training with Trevor Whitman now. He's training with Gaethje's coach.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he's getting that boxing up there, player.
Yeah.
You know, and his wrestling is next level. So, man, I don't know. Some good fights coming this year.
That's I don't know. It's interesting. We'll see what happens. You know, I don't know what else is coming down the pipeline, but there's a lot of good fights, man.
Stipe versus Francis.
That's the next one. That's the next.
I think that's the next pay-per-view. You know how they got like little fight night cards in between.
Fight night and all the other stuff in between. Yeah.
I think Leon Edwards is fighting somebody, but anyway, there's too many to go over. But listen, brother, it's been fun. Let's definitely do it again. Let's give some shout outs. Any shout outs, and you know, we'll wrap it up.
Just give a big shout out to my partner, you know, Byron Mejia. He's my partner. We started the brand together, so big shout out to him.
Shout out to Respect the Tap.
Shout out to everybody, all my friends and family, you know, showing me support. My wife, you know, my kids, everyone, you know, just mad support for all my friends and family. I've been close to all my people for mad years, you know, so definitely big shout out to all my family and friends for that been around so many years, man. You know, we've known each other for a long time too, so you know, I got much love for you. You know, and definitely, especially what you said at the beginning, you know, it's you know, I'm inspired by people like you, pushing yourself, keep pushing. You know what I'm saying? We're all getting there. You know, we're gonna get there to that next level. So you know, big shout out to everybody out there, man. Much love, man.
And on that note, man, I can't top that, brother. That was amazing. Thank you so much, and we'll definitely do it again. Me, my boy Mario, we'll get up soon, brother. Stay safe. Peace.